Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Scott Webb. I'm editor of Aqua Magazine, and I'll be your host for today's session. We have an exciting webinar lined up, tailored specifically for pool professionals who want to stay ahead in the industry by adapting new technologies and improving service efficiency. Today, we're going to dive into the world of smart pump technology and the latest updates from the DOE. Joining us are two industry experts, Adam and Rob from Pentair Pool, who will share their insights on how you can take your pool management to the next level by leveraging these advancements. Pentair Pool is driven to help the world safely and sustainably enjoy water. It's life's most essential resource. One note I wanted to add is that we will take questions at the end, so go ahead and feel free to add them in the chat, which you'll see on your screen. And now, without any further ado, let's kick things off. Adam and Rob, take it away.
Hello, my name is Adam Key. I'm the Senior Product Manager for Pumps at Pentair Pool. And together with Rob, we'll guide you through today's session, focusing on how smart pump technology and tree-level automation and the new energy regulations can help enhance your pool service business.
Yeah, Adam, it's great to be here with you. For everybody else, my name is Rob Gaither. I am the inside sales manager for Pentair Pool. Let's not delay anymore. Let's kick things off by diving into the benefits of flow technology. We're going to talk about automation in pool management and the opportunities that remote monitoring can offer a pool professional. Adam, why don't you go ahead and start us off with why flow technology is so crucial?
Sure thing, Rob. As we all know, a pool pump is the heart of a pool filtration system. Its most important job is really to keep the water clean by moving it through the filter. But one might ask why controlling that water flow is so important. Well, variable speed pumps allow for better control over the water flow and the resulting system pressure. This leads to more effective filtration, thus giving cleaner pools and reducing issues for pool professionals like all you listening to us right now. I've seen too many cases where pumps are set up inefficiently. They're running at max speed or close to it. What about the noise, Rob? What happens to the noise of a pump when it's running wide open?
I'm glad you asked that, Adam. It immediately takes me back to being in plenty of backyards, literally trying to have a discussion with a homeowner, and we're having trouble hearing one another because of a single speed pump, or to be honest, even a variable speed pump that's been programmed to operate at unsafe and inefficient speeds. With our IntelliFlow 3, it's really easy and accessible to reduce that speed, cutting down on the noise while still maintaining the necessary flow that we're going to talk about today. Lower speed, quite simply, means quieter operation. Quieter operation means happier customers. It's a win-win for both homeowners and our pool pros out there.
It really is. And when we talk about water clarity, that's really important about when we think about moving water consistently. Back in the days of single speed pumps, pool pros, we'd set pumps up to, in some cases, run 24/7, which is great for water clarity, but not so great for the power bill. But in many cases, we're setting those pumps to run for 6 hours, 7 hours a day, but the rest of the day that water is sitting there stagnant. Now, this may be a bit extreme, but I like to associate stagnant water with murky lakes and moving water with crystal clear rivers. The more moving water we have, the clearer that water is going to be, the better circulation we're going to have, and then the more filtration we're going to have. Variable speed pumps allow us to run that pump slower for longer periods of time and reducing the amount of times when that water is sitting stagnant. It really does help keep that pool cleaner without consuming more energy.
Correct. And I love your point about constant circulation. It's one of the things that we preach here on the training and education team, quote unquote, low flow rates, long run times. And here's the kicker, or here's the best part. Running that pump at a slower flow rate over longer periods of time won't just enhance water quality, as you alluded to. It's also going to cut energy costs. With a properly programmed IntelliFlow 3, Homeowners can cut their energy usage by up to 90% in some cases. That's a huge savings for the customer, and it's also a really huge selling point for the pool profession.
All right, so now we're gonna take a moment to hear from our audience. So we're gonna bring up the poll feature, and I encourage everyone listening in to use this. But we want to know, how much do you know about flow technology? You have a couple of choices here to choose from, and we'll give you a few seconds to respond. But while we do that, do want to just let you all know that we really do appreciate your participation in this, and we will be randomly giving away 5 sweatshirts to people who answer one or more of today's questions in this webinar. All right, so I see the results. Got a lot of, about half of you say you're novice, a good chunk of you say you're an expert, and some of you you're new to it. It's a good mix. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So thank you for your responses. So one of the standout features of the IntelliFlow 3 variable speed and flow pump is the flow control. So it's sensorless flow control. It's built into the pump. It's really like a thermostat for your pool. You set the desired flow rate, and the pump will adjust automatically. There's no more guessing as to what 1500 RPM is really doing to that water. The pump will tell you how much water it's moving. And if the system changes, that the pump will speed up to maintain that flow, or in some cases slow down to maintain that flow. It really does. It takes care of things for you.
Adam, I like that comparison to a thermostat. Another good comp that I like to use is the advanced cruise control that exists today in some of the newer vehicles. It maintains the right speed, or in our case, flow, and it adjusts that based on changing conditions. So for us, as the filter begins to load up over time, the IntelliFlow 3 is automatically going to speed up and maintain that desired flow rate. It'll do that until someone gets out there and cleans the filter, and then the pump can slow down to continue delivering that consistent flow rate. So with constant flow technology, the pool's filtration stays consistent, and for the most part, the homeowner doesn't even really have to think about it. All right, let's move on now and discuss some really cool technology with the IntelliFlow 3. It's easy to use automation capabilities is what I'm referring to. With the pump being properly configured, you can connect 2 additional devices, whether it's color pool lighting, a salt chlorine generator, and numerous others. We're going to focus on those 2 today. You can control them easily with the Pentair Home app. Imagine being able to adjust the pool lighting for a nighttime swim or a child's birthday party, or just simply turning it off and on, all from an app on your phone. When we're talking about salt chlorine generators, we're talking about safety. What connecting a SCG to this pump will do is give you and the homeowner just extra peace of mind, knowing that cell is only going to be powered up and trying to make chlorine while there is water moving. There's no water moving, no power, no chlorine being made. That extra measure really has the potential to prevent unsafe situations. It makes pool management seamless and safe for the homeowner, and it's a huge win for us pool pros.
It really does streamline things for the homeowner. So many homeowners that happen to have a light, they may have a light switch, hopefully convenient to their house, but many times it's out in the pool pad. It's not easy to go get to. And if they have a color light and they decide they want to change that color, they're out there. How many flips up and down am I doing on that light switch to get the right color or the right color show? It's sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong, have to start over. It becomes a pain point when it's supposed to be something that they enjoy. So having the built-in automation like on IntelliFlow 3, they can just click a button on their phone and get the color they want. They don't have to guess. It really does make things a lot easier for them. And it's not just about the control of other equipment like a light. Just having a connected pump allows you to see the status of that pump no matter where you are in the world. They could be on vacation and they know a storm just came through at home, but they've got IntelliFlow 3 that's connected. They can one, see the status of their pump and know that it's running, have that peace of mind, or they may decide that they need to speed the pump up or increase the flow rate because they want some extra turns because of all the extra rainwater they got. And being able to do that all from their phone, it really does increase their satisfaction with their pool. It's a whole new level of customer satisfaction that keeps them loyal to your services as the pro who sold them that pump and helps them maintain their pool. So automation doesn't just stop at the convenience for the homeowner. It's a powerful tool for all you pros listening today. So with the Pentair Pro app, you can remotely monitor your customers' pools from anywhere. If there's a problem, like a drop in water level that causes the pump to lose prime, you can get an alert instantly on your phone or on your computer about that equipment. You can do it from your office, you can do it from your truck, wherever you are, you can get that alert and you can know what you're getting into before you get on site. You can see things like power usage of their pump. You can see if it's higher than it's supposed to be. You can be prepared to go do a filter clean before you even leave the office.
Yeah, Adam, I love the example of something as simple as a water level dropping, right? And a pump losing prime. To a customer, that's a serious problem, and they may not know how to deal with that or what that means. If you're remotely monitoring that pool as a pool professional, you may not have to make a trip out to the customer's house. Hey, just go out to the pool for me. Tell me where your water level is. If that's the problem, you save you and your guys a trip out there. You've got a satisfied customer because you solved the problem very quickly. And yeah, that's all possible now with the IntelliFlow 3.
Right. It's a pretty large efficiency boost for the pool pros, so that you guys can spend more time growing your business and less time driving to fix these simple things. So it's really important to all of you.
All right. So we've got some questions coming into the chat, but we will get to those. But before we do that, let's just take another quick break, and I'll ask you guys a specific question. For those of you that are already using variable speed pumps out there, how would you describe the biggest benefit in just a few words? And just like last time, we'll give it a few seconds, and we'll check out some of your answers. All right, so I'm seeing a few answers coming in, and predictably, we're talking efficiency, we're talking safety, and we're talking saving people money. So that's good to see. All right, let's move on and talk a little bit more about remote monitoring. As pool professionals, we all know that remote monitoring is becoming more than just a time saver, as I alluded to a minute ago. It's really an opportunity to expand your services. Instead of just physical weekly check-ins, you can offer ongoing remote oversight, keeping on an eye on their pool pad and on their system day to day. And customers are telling us they love knowing that someone is paying attention and watching their pool status in real time. Just, quite frankly, meaning fewer disruptions for them.
Exactly. This is a whole new level of service that you guys can offer. It's no longer just about fixing things when they break. From your smartphone or your computer, you can actually see which one of your customers are having problems right now. You can see the overall status of each of their pumps. With this remote monitoring, you can deliver proactive maintenance and prevent those small problems from happening before they become big headaches. So it opens up a lot of potential for a whole new revenue stream for you guys. You can potentially even charge for this ongoing peace of mind versus just the on-site visits. Then as in general, as technology evolves, our industry needs to change as well. So as we see connected products everywhere in all parts of our lives. And pool owners are expecting the same thing with their pool equipment. They're expecting that level of control in their hands and that peace of mind. So things like this and automation are making pool ownership more effortless than ever.
Yeah, Adam, you said it. You said it pretty well there. I'll just add, that we've got to evolve with technology, like we do in the rest of every other facet of our lives. Using apps like Pentair Pro and Pentair Home to keep pools efficient and safe. It's not really a luxury, if you will, anymore. It's really becoming more of a necessity and an expectation from homeowners. They're looking for that ease and convenience that automation offers, and they expect the professionals that they work with to be just as up to date.
You got it, Rob. As the demand for connected pool systems grow, this is a great opportunity for everyone here to make sure that we're offering the latest solutions. And you guys can position yourself as the go-to experts in the field, because this is the type of product that homeowners are looking for. All right, we'll take a moment and hear from everyone just one last time. So what's one feature of remote monitoring that you have experienced and is a game changer for you and your business? Or is it simply you don't know anything about it and you can't wait to give it a try? Just give you a few seconds here to tell us your thoughts in the chat window.
Yeah, we've got a lot of responses coming through there, Adam, and we'll get to all of them towards the end, I'm sure. So with we're talking about a higher level of service, right? With all the benefits that we've covered, as both of us have noted, it's clear that remote monitoring is not just about convenience; it's about offering that higher level of service. Fewer trips to a customer's house, faster issue resolution, a better relationship is really what we're talking about with your customers. It's really quite simply just all about making you guys' businesses more effective and efficient out there.
And the more efficient you guys are, the more business you can handle. So instead of spending time on simple things, little troubles, you're focused on growing your customer base and expanding your services, all because you have this smart technology.
Yeah, it really is a exciting time, and with this opportunity to consider for your pool business. It's all about adding that value to your services, being ahead of the curve in terms of technology, which your customers are going to appreciate. With remote monitoring, you're offering a premium service that customers are willing to pay for. So let's get a little bit more specific on how we can help with that, Adam, and let's talk about the Pentair Pro app. What can you highlight on the app to provide insight in getting it downloaded and using it?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna try to knock out a few of these questions that I saw scroll through there as well. So we have two different apps that work with the product like IntelliFlow 3. We have the Pentair Home app, which is really meant for the homeowner. That's the app that they would use to be able to monitor and control their pool pump. And then we have the Pentair Pro app, which is what all the professionals would use, and that's what you're going to use to remotely monitor that. So when you're there on site, you would use the Pentair Pro app, which is free to download, free to sign up for an account. If you already have a Pentair Partners account, you will be able to use your credentials that you have for that to sign right into Pentair Pro. And then you would be able to connect locally through Bluetooth to one of these IntelliFlow 3 pumps and have full access to set it up on site. You can set up all your schedules, your configurations, any of the settings that you're used to in the older IntelliFlow. All those are still here in this new pump. You'd be able to set up the relays, as we've talked about, the built-in automation. You would tell the pump, if there's a color light wired to it, or a white light, or if it's a salt cell, you can set up its flow dependency, meaning that it would only be able to come on if you have the pump operating as well. All of those things are configured with this Pentair Pro app that is free. If you use that Pentair Pro app to put that homeowner's pump on their Wi-Fi, or if they, using the home app, put their pump on Wi-Fi, they can request remote monitoring from you. And once they do that, you just have to accept it, and then you can now remotely see everything about their pump, all the alerts, the statuses, your schedules, settings. You can see all that from wherever, whether you're in your office using the web app, or sitting in your truck using the mobile app. So it's all very easy.
Wow, Adam, that's exciting stuff. I'm going to put you on the spot again and have you tell us all about some new Department of Energy regulations that are coming our way.
All right, thanks. Well, hopefully everyone listening in is aware of the changes that came to us from the Department of Energy back in summer of 21. It really required that all pool pumps they're used on filtration systems greater than or equal to 1.15 horsepower and less than or equal to 5 horsepower had to be variable speed. That really was a big change to our industry, but one that brought forth lots of opportunity for the things that we've already mentioned: lower energy costs, better water filtration. It really it advanced our industry along. But today, you can still sell single speed motor replacements in that space. And that's the change that's coming. So the Department of Energy has made their next round of regulation changes where they're really wanting to move those motor replacements over to variable speed. So starting in September of 2025, you will have to move over to variable speed replacements for those. You will no longer be able to sell single speed motor replacements for those pool filtration pumps. So it really does present a great opportunity to educate the homeowner about variable speed technology. They may have not wanted to move over simply thinking it's just costing more, but there really are a lot of benefits to moving to a variable speed pump instead of continuing to replace that single speed motor as it fails. The other thing that I would like to mention, I know we have some listeners from Canada. So there is some similar regulation coming down in Canada. It's still in the comment period, so it hasn't been finalized, but we are expecting that to come through very soon. But essentially, starting in 2025, we expect the same variable speed rules that we have here in the U.S. to be effective there. So everything larger than 1.15 horsepower and less than 5 horsepower, as far as pumps go, would have to be a variable speed pump. And we do expect their regulation to match the motor replacements as well. So we expect them to move quickly to catch up to the regulation here in the U.S. such that they'll be matched moving forward.
Wow, Adam, yeah, that's a pretty big change for the industry, coming off of, like you mentioned, the changes in 21 as well. But with most things, or I should say, like most things, I look at change as a big opportunity. We have an opportunity to be the ones educating homeowners on these changes, showing them the benefits of switching to variable speed pumps, as we've outlined in this webinar so far. Because not only are they going to be saving on energy costs, they'll also be in compliance with new regulations, and their pools are going to be safer. So this really is an opportunity for us to get out in front of this and educate our customers.
Right, that's correct. The IntelliFlow 3, it's a perfect solution here. It's not just compliant. It's a significant upgrade to what these customers had before. It's quieter, it's more efficient, it gives them the control they want. It has the built-in automation that maybe they weren't willing to pay for in other solutions. And it's our job to help them see the long-term value in this, and it's not just a more expensive replacement because someone said they had to.
Yeah, you're right. The impact of these regulations goes far beyond just compliance. For homeowners, switching to a variable speed pump like the IntelliFlow 3 means quieter operation, better filtration, and significant savings on your energy bills.
Yeah. Again, can't stress how important it is for us to all work together to educate homeowners. A lot of them, they don't know about the regulations. All they're seeing is a more expensive replacement bill. It's really up to us to guide them through this transition, show them how it's going to improve their pool experience, show them how it's going to save them money in the long run, and really walk them to why this is a good thing.
Yeah, agreed. These technologies open up doors for new opportunities, whether it's like we talked about, offering a remote monitoring service or helping owners upgrade their pools to be more energy efficient and safe. It's really about just staying ahead of the curve, giving your customers what they need, in some cases even before they need it.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us today. We hope that you leave here with some actionable insights to take back with you and to help grow your business. And we're excited to see how you implement these strategies and how you grow your service offerings in the coming years. And I think with that, we'll open it up for some questions.
As an industry leader in the pool industry, Pentair Pool offers solutions including industry-leading pumps, automation, lighting, heating, and filtration technology that help customers enjoy a smarter and more sustainable pool. I also wanted to mention that the 5 winners of today's prizes will be contacted via the email address provided at registration. And for more information, you can visit www.pentair.com. Now, we did have a number of good questions, and I'd just like to start with Raul Carmona, who just said simply, how do you connect your lights to the app via the pump?
It's a great question. So physically, you would wire them up. So you'd have power coming in from its source, and it would come into the back of the pump and be connected to a relay, and then from that relay would be going to the transformer or to the light, depending upon if it's a 120 volt or a 12 volt light. But outside, after the wiring itself, you would have to, with using the Pentair Home app or the Pentair Pro app, or even the optional touchscreen that can be installed on the pump, you would have to tell the pump what's wired to that relay. So you'd have to assign that relay as a color light. There's a drop down that you click and you select Pentair color light, and then you hit save. At that point, you'd have to create a schedule or a program. There's up to 8 different programs can be scheduled inside the pump. And for something that you just wanted to be able to turn a light on or off, you would just set it up as a manual program and assign that relay to it, and you could name it, pool light or spa light. And then from there, you could turn it on or off or change the color of it.
Yeah, the only thing that I would add there, Adam, is just everything Adam just said is exactly what you need to do. But honestly, all we're really doing is we're creating a circuit with a switch, and you guys and your customers are just simply opening and closing that circuit. It really is super easy to do, could not be easier to wire, and it's especially easy to actually physically function via the phone.
Rand Parsons asks, where do I go for the web portal?
The Pentair Pro web portal, so to make an account, you do need to do it from your phone. Once you have an account, pentairpro.com.
Gotcha. Charlie Campbell asks, to monitor pump status remotely, do you have to have access to the customer's internet?
Well, the pump needs to be connected to the customer's Wi-Fi. So you would do that once when you install the pump, right? Once it's connected, and for as long as it's connected, you will be able to access what's going on with that pump.
I've got a question from Ken Krupnick. Is this work with both 220 and 120?
I'll let you take that out.
So that's a great question. So with the IntelliFlow 3, there are 2 different horsepower sizes. So there's a 1.5 horsepower model that would work at either 115 volts or 208 to 230 volts. So you can have it the lower voltage or the higher voltage. The 3 horsepower model is only compatible with the 208 to 230, but which is an upgrade over the older IntelliFlow, which was only compatible at 230. The 208 voltage could cause damage. This pump is designed to handle that 208 for any commercial applications that might have that.
Philip Hicks asks, how much should we charge to monitor their devices?
That's a great question, and I'll have to leave that one to you as you see fit with your customers and how they value that. I think it's an amazing opportunity, and it's something that is built into the product. It's not something that's costing you any more in terms of the product. So it's kind of up to you as to what you feel your customers are willing to pay and how closely you want it to watch things and act on it. So
Yeah, Adam, the one thing I would add there is from some of the people that I still know that are out running routes and running their service companies, there's really two ways to do it, right? You have whatever you charge for your monthly service fee, and then you have an add-on, right? And an option a customer can choose, or just build that cost into your monthly service fee, whatever that might be. Those are the two methods I've seen most people use.
Andrew Lee asks, is the monitoring available to the owners themselves for alerts?
yes, so the homeowners, they're using the Pentair Home app, so they would get the same kind of alerts and see the status just as you would as the pro doing that remote monitoring.
Ken Yancey asks, can you adjust chlorine output with a relay setup?
Go ahead, Adam.
No, there's really no way to adjust the chlorine output. You'd still need to do that from the device itself, from that salt cell. You're just with this setup, you're just basically giving it permission to run. You're applying power when the pump is moving water and allowing that salt cell to make chlorine.
Brandy Waymeyer had a comment that I thought was good to add. She said, this works great in the winter to make sure systems are running.
Yep,
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of questions that I get about this pump sometimes are around, you know, the automation and does it have freeze protection and that sort of thing. It doesn't, not, you know, you're still going to need automation for that, but setting, like we said at the very beginning of this webinar, a low flow rate for a long run time is a great way to try and protect your equipment in the winter.
Richard Bright anticipated that very answer and asking about freeze protection. So that counts as an answer for Richard.
Fair enough.
Michael Rivera says, is there a seminar on this that I can take somewhere?
Yes, there is. I'll jump in there, Adam. Sorry. If you are a Pentair partner, through your partner's login through that website there, you can see a schedule of the list of events that the training and education team has going on. We've got a number of events around the country. I don't know exactly where you're located, but hopefully you get lucky there. And then in addition to that, we're expanding our digital education options so that if you can't make it to an event, you know, they're trying to get you covered there. So all of that is in the works.
Ken asks, do I still need Pentair and Telecenter?
It's a great question, and it really all boils down to what equipment is on that pool pad. You know, this built-in automation to the pump here is really aimed at entry-level automation. So just two pieces of equipment that are on-off control. If you need to control more than two pieces of equipment, or you need to move valves, or you've got more complex scheduling you need to do, IntelliCenter is still the go-to choice for Pentair automation for those, you know, more complex systems. But if you just need to turn a light on or off, allow a salt cell to run, maybe even give a heater permission to run through the dry contact switch, you know, you can do all that with a system like this. But if you really want to get into moving valves, you need to go with a more complete automation system like IntelliCenter.
Gotcha. I think we've got time for, oh, did you have one, Rob? Or
No.
I think we got time for about 2 or 3 more. Can you adjust run times, flow rates from the Pentair Pro app?
Yeah. Right now, currently it's just viewing only.
Okay.
We are looking into the future about giving that controllability, where you could adjust that and really take away the need to ask a homeowner to do something or to go on site if all you want to do is change the flow rate. We're looking at giving you the ability to do that remotely as well.
Gotcha. When using the Pro app to set up a customer, are there multiple schedules that can be created to help keep proper flow?
So
Yeah,
that's a great question. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, sorry, buddy. I was tired of giving you all the hard questions. If any of you out there are familiar with the IntelliFlow VSF, the predecessor to this pump, you had 8 speeds, 8 programs that you could operate. That is exactly the same with the IntelliFlow 3. So creating different speeds and flows throughout the day for different functions is absolutely still possible. And as a matter of fact, the reason I wanted to take this question is way back 50 or 60 questions ago, somebody asked about what a proper flow rate is. And while there's certainly an answer to that, we don't have time on this webinar to go into all the hydraulics and total dynamic head and everything, pipe size and stuff. But you can create different speeds and flows to do things like operating a suction side cleaner, things like that.
Right. Okay. We have time for one more. I do want to say that we'll respond individually to the people who sent questions that we can't get to today. So last one, very appropriate. How do I get more information about this?
Okay, go ahead, Adam.
So there's multiple ways. The best way is going to check out the hub we have set up for this product, which is it's just pentair.com/IntelliFlow3 hub. There's also content on our Pentair YouTube channel that walks you through this, and also more content on the PentairPool.com as well. So there's multiple avenues to get lots of resources for this. Many of you, I hope, are Pentair partners. So there's also material within your partners portal. There's training content. There's sales kits that you can use to help sell this product to your customers as well. So all that's available for you. Okay.
Well, time's up. But I just want to thank everyone for coming. I learned a lot. I know everybody else did, and especially to thank Rob and Adam for informing us about this great product. And with that, the webinar is over and we'll all head back to work.